We're now anxious to hear from the President, and I hope that in his speech tonight he talks a little bit about how we got into this mess and his vision for getting out of this mess. I would hope that he would explain why an economy that he's insisted just a matter of a couple of weeks ago was fundamentally sound suddenly needs an influx of $700 billion in taxpayer money, and why we need it all right now. I would hope that President Bush would explain who should pay for his plan and how he will protect taxpayers' involuntary investments. He must explain why he believes this bailout should go only to Wall Street and how he plans to help Main Street, homeowners, middle-class families. And he must tell the American people whether he supports an economic recovery package to help the middle class. Here's what the President must not do. He must not try to blame or bully Congress. He must not pretend that getting this done today is more important than getting it done right. He must not pretend that it is our job to rubber stamp what appears at this stage to be a flawed program. We will not be stampeded into approving a plan that gives Wall Street a blank check but sticks taxpayers with the bill. Senator Dodd, as chairman of the Banking Committee, has done a remarkably good job. He has the support of the caucus without any question, and he is our leader on this issue. He's reached out to Chairman Baucus, Chairman Conrad. He's reached out to his Republican colleagues. I am so impressed with the work that he has done. He's worked tirelessly. Our last phone call last night was when he was putting his babies, tucking them in, putting them to bed. So, Chris, thank you very much for being the senator you are, the chairman that you are.
Well, thank you, Leader, very much. And let me begin by thanking the Leader. He's been tremendously supportive of beginning last Thursday evening, where we worked together along with Speaker Pelosi, the Republican leaders of the House and the Senate, and other members, to listen to the very stark and sobering warnings by the Chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank and the Secretary of the Treasury. And since that evening, we have worked closely together to try and respond to these Secretary's proposal out of the Bush administration, to see what could be done to help avoid the kind of gravity that they're suggesting that could befall our economy, not only here in the United States, but around the world if we don't act. I think our colleagues want to act. They believe this is serious and we should respond. But I would quickly add that they want to do it in a thoughtful, pragmatic, and smart way. We're going to make decisions here in the next few days, if we could, that will have implications for decades to come. And so this requires a thoughtful, smart action on the part of members of Congress. Now, let me just say quickly to you, we haven't arrived yet at a result, but we're very much in a process of trying to get to that result. I'm very impressed with my colleague in the House, Bonnie Frank, who's doing a very good job, at a good hearing today with his Financial Services Committee. Our staffs have been working together between the House and the Senate on common principles. I think mostly there's an agreement about things that we feel are important to include in this package. It's not done yet. We've simultaneously had conversations with our Republican colleagues, and I'm particularly grateful to Senator Shelby, my counterpart, who's been working with us, as well as Senator Bennett, Senator Enzi, Senator Corker, Senator Hagel, Senator Martinez. There have been a number of people who've been anxious to sit down and see if we can't come to those common principles. We're not there yet, I'll tell you that. But we're getting there, and there's a good possibility we will get there over the next day or so. I realize speed is important, but I think my colleagues are also far more concerned about getting this right, and that's our intention and our goal. I can't predict the outcome for you. I don't know what will come of all of this, but we're working at it tirelessly, almost around the clock, to get a result that would allow us to go forward, to deal with this financial crisis, and simultaneously protect the American taxpayer, demand accountability, and insist that home ownership and foreclosures be a part of this plan, not to mention the executive compensation issues, which are infuriating the American public. Those are broad clusters of issues. Work has to be done to fill those out. We're at work to get it done, and my goal and hope is we will.